Good morning, everyone. Welcome to CSL Beaumont, Center for Spiritual Living, and please enjoy our Song of the Month.
Hey, good morning. I know that there is June gloom outside, but there's no June gloom in here. I love that. Isn't that the kind of song where it's like you can't help but dance to it, no matter how bad of a mood you're in? It's just like you just got to groove along with it. Well, anyways, thanks for being here, Center for Spiritual Living Beaumont. My name is Neil Hayner. I am a practitioner and ministerial student extraordinaire. I'm glad to see all of you here with your smiley faces in all of your beautiful places this morning. If you are here online, go ahead and say good morning into our little chat box. Let us know that you are here. If you're here in person this morning, good morning. If you're here for the first time, awesome. Thank you for being here. Look around the room, say good morning to somebody, make eye contact, and say hi to somebody you haven't said hi yet this morning. As I always like to say, no matter who you are or where you are in your spiritual journey, you are welcome here this morning. I know that there is a gift in this morning for each one of us, even me, whether it be in the music or the message or the spiritual community, whatever that gift looks like for you this morning. I just encourage you to open it up, and we are going to start off with some music this morning.
In my eyes, in my mind, in my heart and soul, in my life, I have been searching for something, but you are my dream. You're perfect, you're golden, you're light, you're love, you're perfect, you're golden, you're my light, my love. When I breathe, when I swallow, caress I feel. When I listen, ooh, I hear the most beautiful music out of nowhere. Oh, you're perfect, you're golden, you're light, you're love, you're perfect, you're golden, you're my light, my love. Light-dee-dee-dee-dee, light-dee-dee-dee-dee, light-dee-dee-dee-dee. And Gary Lynn Floyd sang, light-dee-dee-dee-dee, light-dee-dee-dee-dee, light-dee-dee-dee-dee. When I'm sad and dark, shallow and in doubt, when I'm trying my best to put one foot in front of the other, oh, you're perfect, you're golden, you're the light of my life, you're my love from forever, and your reflection I'm perfect, so I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing my perfection. In you is me. Oh, come on, y'all. Light-di-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di-di. And every angel sing, light-di-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di-di. You're always there, you never leave. You're holding me, you set me free. Your guiding light, your empathy, your confidence to express in and in me. Oh, you're perfect, you're golden, you're the light of my life, you're my love from forever. In your reflection, I'm perfect, so I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing that I'm perfect. I'm golden. You're the light of my life. You're my love from forever. In your reflection, I'm perfect, so I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing my perfection. In you is me. Oh, light-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di-di. And all the Coens sing, light-di-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di-di. And Scotty Meehan sang, light-di-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di-di. You're perfect, golden light, my love. You're perfect, golden light, my love.
home a daily spiritual practice for each participant. They're not here. That one's not working. Adrian is in the room. Can you hear me now? Yes. Do I need to start all over? No. Okay, thank you. Now I can hear you. The membership committee has been giving out mystery baskets, gifts on a Sunday. And as most of you know, you never know what Sunday it is, but you have to be here to be a participant. And each Monday we'll be having a drawing, and knowing that you will share in our blessing, we're giving our blessings back to you for being a loyal CSLB participant. Practitioners are here at CSL, are always available for quick prayer work at any time. 2-minute Miracle Sunday is the last Sunday of each month, but they love to pray. Will the practitioners raise your hands, because some of the people, yeah. So if you'd like prayer today, please just contact them. I will now, oh no, I don't do that anymore, because you know that Reverend Divine will be joining us as our new minister, and I'm not knowing exactly if she's coming at the end of this month, the beginning of next month, but she will be here. Okay. So each week we have a reading from Ernest Holmes' quote, and questions answered. And this week we'll be hearing from Miss Shannon.
Thank you. Good morning. Okay. Science of Mind, page 237. It is claimed that 70% of all diseases are the result of suppressed emotions. And then the question here is, what is your own belief system, and how has it affected your own life about disease being caused by suppressed emotions? So, when I was raised, children were to be seen and not heard. And so I didn't really share my emotions, and when I was young, I really started suppressing. And then, of course, I carried that trend into adulthood. And then, I think about 6 years ago, I was living in Austin, Texas, and thank you. And the universe hit me over the head with a 2x4. I was in a bad car accident. And I've had 2 back surgeries since. Now, yes, I was hurt and I had an injury, but it was the pain that got me to seek help, right? Because I know in our belief system, what we believe is that we are able to heal ourselves. So I started coming to Science of Mind and believing in this whole philosophy, and I started going to therapy in combination with going to the doctors as well. I'm not saying don't go to a doctor if you're in pain, but I was able to bring up a lot of things that I had been suppressing for so long. And I would have been blind to those things if this car accident didn't happen, because I was getting all these signs left and right, and I was ignoring them, right? So that's the 2x4. But so now for me, when pain comes up, I know that it's a signal, it's an indicator that I need to either express something or share something, go deep within, and meditate. And I feel like, a lot of people who fall into disease, the same thing happens. Like some of them always have a story about some loss in their life or something they didn't accomplish that they feel really depressed or upset about. So that's a little bit about how I'm a true believer in that, and I always try and check my emotions, scan my body, see what my body's feeling like, and it just makes me feel so much more confident and proud of myself and self-assured. Thank you. Okay. Do-si-do.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Emmy, and 1 month ago after Sunday, we had a big brainstorming session for raising funds in our center, and we have the results of that event. There were quite a few people here. I don't have the paper with how many. And we came up with at least 50 ideas, and they're back to back on these pieces of pink paper, because we are in the pink, and pretty soon we're going to be in the black. Really good. Okay, so these are a lot of ideas that came from everybody who was at that fundraising session, and I would like to have everybody who's here today pick up one of these pink papers, and you get a free pen if you fill out this paper. And check on the back. There are 4 columns. Either I'll attend this, I'll help with it, I'll donate towards it, or I know a resource that will help with that, okay? We need, later in this month, we'll start getting together our fundraising committees for different events, and we're just going to go forward and just bloom everywhere. So I'm going to leave these up front with the pens for you today. We'll have them available this week, next week. We'll send them out on email. We're going to barrage you with these forms because I really want to know who can help do what so we can start getting our committees formed, okay? Thanks so much. Who's next?
That's me. All right. Well, speaking of blooming all over the place, I like that idea. Blooming all over the place. This is the time in our service when we practice our spiritual practice of gratitude. And we know that whatever we put out into the universe comes back to us expanded. And so we are thankful for all of the financial supporters of Center for Spiritual Living Beaumont, because this building and this community and these joyous and wonderful people would not be here without you. So if you would like to support this wonderful Center for Spiritual Living, for spiritual community, and support this wonderful work that we do out in the world, then there is some plates coming around. There is a number that you can text GIVE up on the screen, or if you're online, you can go to cslbeaumont.org and click the donate button. And all of your donations are needed, they are appreciated, and they are loved. So we are going to say our affirmation. Ta-da. From God I receive, to God I give. Together we share the blessings we live. I am so blessed. I am so grateful.
I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does. Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does. Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does. Peace, peace fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does. God fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does. God fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does. Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does. Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does. Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does.
All healing energy flows through me now. Harmony, balance, vitality, that glorious wisdom that creates and sustains health is mine. I live in divine well-being now and always.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does. Joy fills every cell in my body, and I am well. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does.
At Center for Spiritual Living Beaumont, we believe in spiritual living. Above all else, it is a philosophy that teaches us how to think and not what to think. We invite everyone to practice this philosophy by living in principle. We believe that God is all there is, and each person's relationship to God is a personal one. Every person, place, and thing, and all the space in between is not only an expression of God, but God itself. All love, peace, and beauty that is God exists within each person right now. Together we are all connected as one. Our faith allows us to apply this philosophy to our lives in every moment of every day. As we live in love, we see love revealed and flowing through the world around us. We act as citizens of this spiritual community at all times. This is how we think. We believe in God, we believe in ourselves, and we believe in you because we believe in spiritual living. We are the Center for Spiritual Living Beaumont.
Thank you. Reverend Carol Stohr, as most of you know, And I was thinking about doing the invocation today, and nothing popped into my head. And so I started looking through old magazines, mostly Creative Thought. I have a stack of them. And I found this, and it seems to fit in with what I think Neil's subject is going to be. Yeah, I have my fancy glasses too. Genuine dollar store diamonds. The silence of my soul. In this moment, I am silent. I stop all mind activity that involves the outer effects of my life and consciously focus my attention on spirit. The vastness of spirit is awesome. Into this whole unity, perfection, and serene silence, I pour myself, my breath, and my life. I breathe into this glorious silence. And my breath returns to me, cleansed of all false ideas. I allow it to clear any congestion in my life. Appropriate, right? Wherever congestion appears, whether physical, mental, or impersonal, I breathe into the abiding flow of spirit. I drink deeply from the well of spirit within my soul. The water is clean and refreshing. I allow it to wash away the dust of life's circumstances. The water of pure spirit flows through every cell of my body, renewing and restoring it to God's original idea of perfect health. Salute. With gratitude, I ready myself to step out into the day, restored, renewed, refreshed, and whole. And I am exactly what Spirit ordered, and so it is. So that's what it said in 2000, and it's still true.
Wow. As I get up here, feel like I'm already full. Isn't that awesome? I guess you guys don't really need to hear from me. Yes, you do. I need to hear from me. As I always tell people, it's just me getting up here and having a conversation with myself. You guys just get to listen to it, as is the case always today. Before we get started, I want to do a quick shout out to Chuck back there. You guys all look back there and send him some love and some appreciation. I know it's not easy to step into Adrian's shoes, and I don't think Adrian's had a day off in at least 5 years or something. He's enjoying, he's up in Washington, so I'm sure he's Anchorage, Alaska. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. So I know that he's enjoying the day off that he is well deserved. And thank you guys for being here. I know that it's a gloomy June day, but it feels good to come together as a spiritual community. And I know that I finally finished my school year, so yay. It's been an interesting week, so I'm glad to be here too. So our year-long theme for Center for Spiritual Living has been Living Everyday Wonder. We've been talking about all the everyday areas of our life and how that applies to our spiritual teaching. Last month we talked about emotions, and this month we are talking about the body. So the talk title today is Welcome to the Temple. And as I mentioned last month, I was talking about emotions and how often it seems like we end up talking about anger. Okay. We end up talking about anger, right? And it really ends up being about change. Or we end up talking about one thing and it really ends up being about something else. And for me, as I was working with this topic this week, this is no exception, because we say our topic is really about our body, but really it's about our relationship with ourselves and our relationship to the universe. Because your relationship with your body is the longest and most important relationship you're going to have for your entire life. You have a relationship with your body. And that's the longest relationship you're ever going to be in. And many of us have a complicated or even confrontational relationship with our bodies at times, especially as we get older and our bodies change and they don't always do the things that we think they should or in the way that we think they should. So in Science of Mind, we kind of have a different philosophy about the body. If you look at a lot of the world's religions, your body is something to be escaped. Your body is an adversary. Your body is something that is not loved or appreciated. But in this philosophy that we call Science of Mind, this thing that we call spiritual living, we have a little bit of a different take on that. Your body is not something evil. It's not of this world. It's not something to avoid or get rid of or fight with, right? It's not something that we need to look forward to getting some sort of upgraded version later on in life, right? It's about what we have in this life. And as I mentioned, we have a relationship with our body. And if we're always in this place of fighting with our bodies and we're having a challenging relationship with what's going on in our body, it's no wonder that that shows up in our experience. If we have a frustrating and confrontational experience with this thing that we call our body, that's not the best and highest expression of what it can be. So we have a different view. And that view is that your body, your physical body, is a reflection of the divine. We say that a lot, and people scratch it like, what? What do you mean it's a reflection? So I want you to think about this for a minute. And in your mind's eye, or in your imagination, I want to imagine that you are standing in front of a mirror. That image that you see in front of you, that is you being a reflection of God. You are a reflection of the universe. What you're seeing is your reflection being sent back to you. If the universe could see itself in a mirror, it would see you. If the universe could see itself in a mirror, it would see you. You are a reflection of that one thing that we call God. Our statement of belief says that the whole of creation, all of creation, is the body of God. You are the hands, the feet, the voice, the brains. You are the physical part of that spiritual idea, that one mind, which we call God. You are the physical manifestation of that. When you look into the mirror, you are seeing a reflection of your true self. And when we look into a mirror, what you're seeing is a true reflection of the divine. So when you hear us say something like, when you hear me say something like, you are a reflection of the divine, I mean that quite literally. You are what the universe sees when it looks into the mirror. And see, here's the thing about this whole mirror metaphor. What you see in the mirror is a perfect reflection. So when I tell you that your body is a perfect reflection of God, the mirror has no judgment. The mirror doesn't say, well, you're not good enough. Error. You don't stand in front of the mirror and the mirror says, nope, not today. You don't stand in front of the mirror and the mirror says, ooh, I know what you did last night. Right? The mirror simply is a perfect reflection of who you are. There is no judgment in that mirror. And Ernest Holmes himself said, the universe is a giant mirror and will reflect back to you everything that you put into it. And it does it without judgment. And it does it perfectly. So whatever you see when you look in the mirror is perfect. It can't be any other way. If you were to hold up a red rose to the mirror, it's not going to show you a blue flower. It's going to reflect back to you that perfection that you already put into it. And there's no judgment. It simply reflects everything that there is. And since God is all there is, God, love, light, beauty, that is the only thing that can be reflected back to you. I'm going to say that again. If God is all there is, if God is love, if God is light, if God is beauty and harmony, that is what we believe, then that is the only thing that's looking back at you. That is the only thing that can be reflected back to you. In this mirror metaphor, right, God is the person looking into the mirror, and the reflection is who we are. We are the reflection. But behind our reflection is a perfect idea of our body, of who we are. There is this perfect idea of this thing called God. Ernest Holmes and Ralph Waldo Emerson called this the spiritual prototype. The spiritual prototype is the thing, that spirit, that perfection, that's looking into the mirror, and you are that reflection looking back. Ernest Holmes said this in The Essential Ernest Holmes. There is a spiritual prototype of perfection at the center of everything. There is a spiritual prototype of perfection at the center of everything. There is a cosmic or divine pattern at the center of every organ of the physical body. Our body is some part the body of God. It is a manifestation of the Supreme Spirit. Your body is some part of the body of God. Now, this month, as we delve into this topic of the body, we're going to be talking about how the body has innate intelligence and can tap into the intelligence of the universe. We're going to talk a little bit about healing and how our spiritual philosophy approaches this idea of healing the body. But it all starts with this idea that behind what you see is perfection. That there is a perfect spiritual prototype, a perfect spiritual idea behind your body, behind what you see. And when we talk about the perfection of your human body, we're not talking the fact that necessarily that you always don't have aches and pains, or that your body always works the way that you want it to. But we're talking about your spiritual body, the perfection of the idea that is behind who and what you are. So my goal for today, for myself, is that when you look into that mirror, that you love just a little bit more what you see. You see, we have volition, which is a fancy word for consciousness and choice. We have volition. We can choose what we see. We can choose what we focus on. We can choose what we look at. For many of us, when we look in the mirror, what we're seeing is not the innate perfection of the universe. What we're seeing is the judgment of society. What we're seeing is what the media says our body should look like. I'm too old. I'm too skinny. I'm not skinny enough. I'm too tall, I'm too short. But those judgments are not in the mirror. Those judgments are not in the mirror. Guess where they are? They're right here. They don't exist in the mirror. That mirror has no judgment. There is no judgment in the mirror, and there's no judgment in God, and there's no judgment in the universe. If you look at that mirror and you're judging what you see, you're the one bringing the judgment, not the mirror. Unless you're in a Disney cartoon and you say, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Look into the mirror and say, mirror, mirror on the wall, I am the fairest of them all. And the mirror says what? Yes. And so it is. So when I look into that mirror, if there's any sense of judgment, if there's any sense of shame, that the mirror is not the one bringing that judgment. I'm bringing the thoughts. And if I'm bringing the judgment, I can choose again. I have choice. I have volition. I can choose to see a cathedral staring back at me in that mirror. There's a story about 3 brick masons who were working together on a project. And they were all working on the same project, but they had a different idea about what they were working on. When asked what they were building, the first mason replied gruffly, "I'm laying bricks." The second mason replied, "I'm building a wall." The third mason proudly said, "I'm building a cathedral." You see, that third mason brought the perspective. He brought his volition, and he chose to see his work at what he was doing as building a cathedral. So when you look in that mirror, do you see a collection of bricks? A collection of cells? A collection of organs? Do you see a wall? Do you just see a body? Or do you see a cathedral, a divine expression of beauty and harmony and a reflection of the divine? Do you see and honor the beauty that is who and what you are? You see, the choice is yours. When you look in that mirror, it's going to reflect back to you perfection. But what you choose to see is up to you. Our bodies are amazing centers of intelligence and energy. They are beautiful works of art and creation, no matter what the size, the color, or the shape. You would never stand in front of a beautiful oak tree and say, "Man, I wish you were just a little bit more like a willow." We don't look at a beautiful rose with the thorns and all and just say, "Oh, man, I wish you were just a little bit more like a sunflower." All of those things have their own inherent beauty, their own inherent perfection, just the way that they are. Your relationship, my relationship with my body, is the most important and lasting relationship of your life. And it's all about relationship. Think about it this way. If you were to look at your husband or your significant other or your partner and every day tell them how they didn't match up to your idea of what they should look like, or look at them every day and tell them that they didn't act like you thought they should act, and you told them that every time you looked at them that you wish that they were just a little bit better, you probably would not be in a healthy relationship, and it's probably not going to last very long. But that's what we do to our bodies. We look at our bodies and we tell them that they are not the way that they should be, that they need to be a little bit different every day, that they're not good enough just the way that they are. Does that sound like a healthy relationship to you? Your relationship with your body is a direct representation of your relationship with God. Because when you look at that mirror, do you see God? And if you see God, how do you treat God? Do you treat God with love and respect? Like we should all be treating our body? If I look out at the universe and see beauty and love and order and balance, and I look in the mirror and I don't see those things, then I'm not paying attention. In the book, Metaphysical Guide to Meditation, the author writes, "Sacred space is not just an external place. It is an internal place as well." Our body is a sacred space. Your relationship with your body is a sacred relationship. Do you treat it like one? Joel Goldsmith says, "The truth about you is that you are a child of God. God has expressed itself on earth individually as you. The life which is God is your individual life, and it is eternal and immortal. God is your very being, and even your body is the temple of the living God." See, the thing is that we have all forgotten from time to time that our bodies are the temple of a living, divine, and loving spark of life that we call God. We have all, from time to time, held our bodies in judgment and condemnation rather than love and acceptance. We have all, from time to time, forgotten to tend our relationship with our bodies, to care for ourselves as the sacred space that we are. We have all, from time to time, forgotten that where we stand is holy ground. And just like any relationship, the path forward is in acknowledging our responsibility and choosing to move forward in a new way. So I'm going to invite you to do that today. And there is a spiritual practice of healing and reconciliation started by a Hawaiian therapist called Ho'oponopono. And I'm probably not saying that right, so my apologies to anybody who speaks Hawaiian. And this is a whole topic and a talk in and of itself. But as I was sitting with this topic today, and I was thinking about how we are in relationship with our bodies, I recognized that a lot of us have some work to do in our relationship. And Ho'oponopono is a wonderful spiritual practice for some healing. So I'm going to invite you, if you're willing, to close your eyes. And if you feel called, just place your hand over your heart. And in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine you are standing in front of a beautiful mirror. And I want you to look yourself in the eyes and recognize the divine expression of spirits, the reflection of perfection, of wholeness, of completeness. And recognize that there has been times in our lives when we have forgotten to treat ourselves with love and respect, due a temple of the divine. And as you place your hand over your heart, I invite you to just speak to your body in the silence of your own mind, recognizing that you are speaking to a divine and perfect expression. I am sorry for all the times that I have forgotten your divinity. Please forgive me. Thank you Thank you, holy body, sacred space, for all the ways that you support me with every breath. Support me with every step. With perfect elimination and perfect assimilation. My body is a temple of the divine. Thank you. And as you see your body in that mirror, just send a silent, I love you. Loving your body, accepting your body, just the way that it is, not the way that society says it should be, not the way that you wish it was, but simply the way that it is right here and right now. And again, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry for those times in which I have forgotten, for those times I have not cared for myself as I should. Please forgive me. Thank you. Thank you for always reflecting back to me perfectly the divine idea that I am. I love you. You are the most important relationship in my life. So I invite you just to take a deep, mindful breath. And just surround your body with light and love and a complete acceptance. Recognizing that your body is the temple of the divine. And right where you stand is holy ground. And when you're ready, I invite you just to open your eyes and come back to this place and this space. So this week, my invitation, my challenge to you is to love yourself just a little bit more, to care for your body, and to remember that you are a divine reflection of a perfect idea. You are the temple of spirit. And to consciously build and heal that relationship with your body. And perhaps spend a little time in front of an actual mirror using this spiritual practice of Ho'oponopono. And with that I say, and so it is. And so I invite the ministers and practitioners, whether they're here with us this morning, to join me around the room as we enter into that energy, that divine idea that we call prayer. Recognizing that prayer does not change who we are. It simply puts us back into alignment, back into balance, back into the divine and perfect idea of life and of who and what we are. And so as we enter into that atmosphere of prayer, we recognize that there is only one power, one principle, one presence. One power, one principle, one presence, which we call God. But you might call it love, you might call it grace, you might call it intelligence, you might call it higher power. But no matter what we call it, it is there. And it is from that energy, it is from that substance which everything in the universe has been created, including who and what I am, including who and what you are. We are all divine lights, divine sparks, divine ideas, divine perfection, divine reflections of the divine. We live and move and have our being not only in God, but of God and as God. Not only in perfection, but as perfection. Not only in love, but as love. And so knowing that is true, I speak my word this morning for anybody within the sound of my voice. Knowing that whatever part of your body, your spiritual body, feels like it is out of alignment, that it is here and now, moving swiftly, even as I speak, back into alignment with that divine perfection, with that divine idea, with that perfect wholeness, which is at the center and the circumference of everything in the universe. Wherever there is pain, it simply dissolves back into the nothingness from which it came, leaving behind it love and grace and whatever message it came to bring. I know that it is dissolving back into the nothingness from which it came. Wherever there is a lack of balance, wherever there is a lack of movement, I know that the grace, the energy, the love, the perfection of God is living, moving, and having its being at every cell of your body, right here and right now. I know that there is a divine, perfect prototype, a perfect idea that already exists in the mind of God that is moving and having its being in every cell of your body right here and right now. And for this truth, I am grateful. And I know that I am putting my word into that law that reflects back perfection every single time. And so I can be grateful for it. And together we say, and so it is. And let's end our service with peace song, I think, and then our benediction. I'm going to invite you to place your hand over your heart and say with me, there is this thing called wholeness. There is this thing called wholeness. Wholeness is in my mind. Wholeness is in my body. Wholeness is in all my affairs. In all the ways that it is showing up. I accept it. I declare it. And I know it to be true.